Awakening from 1990. We selected the clip because we found the scene was poorly explained, the effects of L-DOPA and Parkinson's disease on the brain. In the scene, we analyzed Dr. Sayer attends a lecture where he interrupts a chemist about the drug L-DOPA that is being researched to help Parkinson's patients with tremors. Dr. Sayer then confronts the chemist in the next scene and hypothesizes that patients with encephalitis lagerica can be cured with L-DOPA because their statue-like appearance is due to tremors so fast they appear not to be moving at all. So we start our scene in the lecture hall where the lecturer is explaining his research. So I am the professor, where I begin. Parkinson's disease occurs when dopamine-producing nerve cells in the brain deteriorate and no longer have the capacity to produce dopamine. When compared to normal brain, the dopamine activity in Parkinson's patient's brain is greatly reduced. Dopamine is responsible for relaying the body's signals, but when dopamine is not activated, the basal ganglia becomes over or under stimulated, causing symptoms such as tremors and rigidity. L-DOPA is able to reverse the effects of Parkinson's disease because it acts as a precursor to dopamine. The dopamine activity in a Parkinson's brain after treatment of L-DOPA is greatly improved from the untreated Parkinson's brain. The enzyme DOPA decarbolase breaks down carboxylic acid groups from the bond from L-DOPA molecule. The product of the reaction is dopamine and the release of carbon dioxide. L-DOPA is a substitute for the body to produce dopamine because dopamine-producing nerve cells are no longer functional. The side effects of L-DOPA are that you have to have an increased dosage after a variable time to maintain the same beneficial effects it has on the Parkinson's patients. To enhance the effectiveness of L-DOPA, it is recommended that the patient skip a single dose each day or avoids the drug for a short period of time. By avoiding the drug for a short period of time or skipping doses of the drug, it is possible to limit damage caused by oxidation products from L-DOPA metabolism on the brain, such as carbon dioxide released from L-DOPA reaction. If the patient takes L-DOPA for long periods of time or takes L-DOPA in large doses, dopamine receptor sensitivity decreases and eventually the patient will quickly revert back to their previous Parkinsonian state.
I'm very curious about this drug, and I was wondering if you ever came across any patients suffering from encephalitis.
After I'm through, doctor, if you don't mind.
Do you think a simple Parkinsonian tremor taken to the extreme would appear as having no tremor at all?
Are you talking to me?
Yes.
Dr. Sayer, correct?
Imagine that you've accelerated a simple Parkinsonian hand tremor to the point of immobility. Suppose there is a patient with all the Parkinsonian components, the hand tremor, the head bobbing, the ticking, quickening speech. Might they not cave in on themselves and in fact turn the person to stone?
I don't know.
Parkinson's disease is a subtype of encephalitis lethargica, meaning that the Parkinson's is not a single entity disease, but that there are several types of it. For example, there are several types of cancer. If the drug can have positive effects on Parkinson's patients, then it should have similar effects on encephalitis lethargica patients as well. Symptoms of encephalitis lethargica include the hyperkinetic movements related to that of Parkinson's disease.
You fail to realize that hyperkinetic movement and encephalitis lagerica differ from Parkinson's in the way they are more spontaneous, while there's still a disruption in the production of dopamine. People with encephalitis lagerica also have neurofibrillary tangles in the brain. These tangles are due to abnormal phosphorylated tau proteins leading to a cytoskeleton of neurons to form.
But do you think it's worth the shot?
I'm a chemist, doctor. I leave it to you guys to do the damage.